Hi.
Yo, what's up my Bloodstrike warriors? It's your boy Chef and I'm back with another banger. If you're tired of getting repped by them sweaty tryhards and you want to learn how to be a pro in any game you play, you've come to the right place. I'm here to help you level up your Bloodstrike gameplay. I've been playing competitive games for the best part of my life, from COD Mobile to Apex Mobile to Bloodstrike. If you name it, I've conquered it. And I'm here to tell you and show you how to be a very calculated player, even amongst the top tier ones. We'll be deep diving in everything today, from mastering your weapons, mastering the map, understanding the meta, and developing killer strategies for you. Whether you're a noob or you're a seasoned veteran, I've got the tips and tricks and the insights you need to climb the ranks and become a pro player. So let's dive in. Assessing the enemy. Alright my guys, let's talk about the enemy. They're not just the pixelated figures on your screen, they're your opponents, your rivals, and your potential victims. You need to know them inside and out. Assessing your enemy is like playing a game of chess. Every move they make, every weapon they choose, it tells you a story. It's all about reading their intentions, anticipating their actions, and turning their weaknesses into your advantage. This whole guide is based around being able to think ahead and faster than your opponents. Weapons. One of the most vital key points to being able to assess your enemy is being able to understand what type of weaponry they're going to bring to the fight. It can tell you a lot about the playstyle they might have, and it will give you a serious advantage when decision making from fight to fight. This can include watching the kill feed to see what your teammate has been down by, or even more importantly, listening to the sounds of the gunfire around you. Don't put yourself at disadvantages. If you hear an Origin 12 at close range and you're equipped with a sniper, consider taking some distance. Simple things like this will help you win more gunfights, and it's something I always keep in mind when I'm entering my fights. If I'm getting back shots from someone, learning the weapon sounds, if it's an AK-47, if it's a sniper, if it's an IMP, that will make a huge impact in my gameplay and my decision making and how I'm going to take the next fight. Skill level. Is the enemy constantly moving? Are they holding down the angles? Do they like to rush? Do they play it safe? The movement patterns reveal the confidence and ego of the approach to the fight. So when you reach the levels of the top gameplay, there will be always other players that are better than you in some way or aspect, whether that's aim or movement or something else. You need to be able to judge your own limitations and then judge that to your enemy's skill level to increase your percentage of winning these fights. Read the kill feed early game. Do you recognize them as being a tryhard? A tip for this in Bloodstrike is if you see people with full emoji names, they tend to be weaker players or younger players. So the percentages of you winning the fight tend to be higher than average. No disrespect included, of course. But if you see someone killing squad after squad, think twice before you rush in. Strategize. Find a way to defeat the stronger player with your own skills. Or a zone hold, maybe. Skills of the striker. The skills of your striker and your teammates can be the make or break in professional standard settings of gameplay. When two teams have balanced gun skills between them, the communication between teams can be vital. The best tip I can give you is be loud and identify when you have your skills ready to your in-game leader, so you can make group decisions on how to take upcoming situations or gunfights with having the better advantage. You should know that your striker is like yourself. Being able to know how long your skill takes to charge and how to utilize them best in a fight or even to maneuver the map is going to give you a huge advantage over people that don't have this locked into their minds. For example, I've played with Ethan for such a long time, it literally becomes muscle memory to me. When his skill is ready for me to slide with, and I hardly ever have to look down or have the issue of not having my skill ready when I need it most. And that literally gets me around the map, it gets me in and out of the fights, and I don't even have to think about it. Shields. In Bloodstrike, we have a pretty basic shield system. Most of us know how it works by now. But you need to be making smart decisions on the color of an enemy shield. It can save you in battle. Now, my best example of this is if you're trying to push 2 or more enemies and you don't know their skill level, the best chances of you winning the fight is at a distance. Give them a little 1 or 2 warning shots to see what color shield the enemy has before pushing into the buildings and things like that. Then you can make an educated decision whether to fight that or to back off. If you have a grey shield and you're trying to go up against a team of 2 or 3 people with purple shields, it becomes very, very difficult, even for the most skilled players. So just assess the situation, maybe send a few warning shots, and then that can really help you as a minor tip and trick just before instigating a fight. Assessing the situation. Map mastery. Knowing the map inside and out is crucial. Identify the choke points, the flanking routes, the strategic positions. Knowing where you are and where your enemies are is half the battle already in your head. Knowing your entry and exit route before you even take the fight gives you a huge advantage, and something I put a lot into my gameplay personally. If we're going to talk about myself and how I use the map mastery to my knowledge, It comes a lot from playing Call of Duty games where I've always been looking at the top right for the minimap, because that is what's giving the positions of the enemy for me at all times. You can also use the sound indicators and the footstep indicators and things like that to your advantage. I then put a sort of 3D model of the map in my mind, and I place the enemies in my mind exactly where they'd be. And in this 3D model, if they're behind cover, and I'd sort of visualize the gun line of where they would be aiming at and if they would have an angle on me. So knowing the map and being able to take cover quickly is always going to give you the advantage in fight, and it's going to help you out a lot. Enemy intel. Keep track of where your enemies are at all times. What weapons they're using, how many of them are there, is it a lone wolf, is it a whole squad? This intel is going to help you decide your next move. Don't stay laser focused on one squad. Have the mindset that you're always being watched. Think to yourself, what angles have I got covered? Is my back exposed? Is someone on the roof? Someone else going to push? How will I bait the rusher to cover him and 1v1 him without the roof camper having an angle on me? Be smarter with the plays. Set yourself up for success as much as possible. Use the information that is on the map for you. Health and ammo. Always be aware of your own health and ammo levels. Are you low on health? Do you need to reload? These factors will influence your ability to engage or retreat, especially if you're aiming to be a top full sender squad wiper. At a competitive level, you should always know when your teammates are low and not only yourself. If 3 of your teammates have gone down and you have no vision to the fight, the best chances are for you to run away. But consider the kill feed. How many enemies have been downed in that fight? Because you may be able to swoop in and steal the victory. You should always keep in mind what gun you have in hand, how many bullets it will roughly take for you to kill each enemy, and these things require a lot of maths, but you will see the benefit to your gameplay. I promise everything I have spoken about I do myself. I add up the damage numbers, I calculate how many bullets it's going to take for an enemy if they have different colour shields, and all of these things. Factor it into your gameplay and it will improve you by at least 10%, I promise you, chat. Sound and vision. Listen for the footsteps, the gunshots, the explosions. Use your vision to scan the environment for enemies and potential threats. Don't get tunnel vision. Stay aware of your surroundings. Use all of these indications to work out the situation you're in and facing, and always give yourself multiple plans of action in the expectation of a surprise attack. Most of the time you'll die because of the unexpected ways. Always remember that when you focus, that you'll start seeing opportunities and gaps in enemies' gameplay that will allow you to have the advantage of them without you having to work so hard. If there's an enemy with absolute beast aim in the lobby, and you're struggling, you're 1v1 fighting him and he's killing you every time in the 1v1, maybe think about rotating early, zone holding him, get a long range sniper, get a long range AR, get him by surprise while he's fighting another squad and he's trying to rotate and his team's trying to rotate in. Because the chances are there is a way to defeat the player. There always is a way to defeat a better player. You just need to be able to see it. Adapt and react. The situation can change quickly. You got to be prepared to adjust your plans based on new information. Don't be afraid to run if necessary, or to take advantage of an opportunity. I can say from my experience, the fastest way to learn is just by playing. Being able to loot faster than the enemy and react to situations faster, having that critical thinking and planning beforehand will only favour you. A lot of players become very predictable after you play against them for a very long time. Gamers all have the same habits at a standard level of playing, and naturally we don't know any better. Take advantage of that. Throw yourself into situations you know are kind of difficult for yourself, and make yourself get better and faster. Force it upon yourself to reach new levels. It's the fastest way to grow. It's the way I grow. If you go back on my videos, you'll see a mass improvement from 8 months ago compared to how I play now. Ego and composure. So here's the thing. Bloodstrike is a game of skill, but it's also a game of ego and composure. It's about staying calm under pressure even when things are going wrong. It's about learning from your mistakes and not letting them get to your head. Ego and composure go either way on the scale. You can lean towards either as a playstyle. No playstyle is the perfect one. Or you can either play balanced. That's the style I prefer. Players with ego will need to be the best of the best with the movement and the aim as possible. The ability to think on the spot and make them perfect decisions at lightning speeds. Whereas composed players, you'll need that ability to be able to stay calm under any type of pressure and manipulate the situation to become in your advantage, thus winning fights in your own way, which is a style I do tend to lean towards more. You don't have to push enemies that are better than you. If you have the rotational awareness to outplay them and you find easy shots to make it that you have the advantageous spots, for example higher ground or zone holding, then you can win games and outplay mechanically better players much easier. Just read the information the game gives you, make educated decisions, and like I said before, listen to the gun sounds, look for the high grounds, make them cutting edge rotations between cover rather than out in the open, get those power positions, and no two games will ever be the same. Ego is a lot based inside your head. It can be in a 1v1 situation. If you're playing Weapon Master and you hit your first sniper shot straight in a headshot, it's going to get into the other player's head. They're going to think twice about pushing straight in. You know, they're going to be a lot more wary of you. So take that into expectation and really try and expand your mind and how your actions can manipulate a fight and how another player going to play. Embrace the failure. Everyone makes mistakes. It's part of the learning process. Instead of getting frustrated, analyze what went wrong and learn from it. Stay humble. Don't let your wins go to your head. Just stay grounded, keep practicing, and just never stop striving to improve. Just focus on the process. Don't get caught up in the results. Focus on your gameplay, your strategy, and your execution. The wins will come if you're consistently putting in the work, putting in clips, slowing it down, working out what I'm doing good, what I'm doing bad, and improving on it. Learn from others. Just watch the pro players, analyze their gameplay, learn from their strategy. Don't be asked to ask for help or advice from more experienced players. I'm always here for you guys. If you want to come to my chat on live streams, ask me why I did this or why I did that. I'm always here to give you the inside of my head and the pro players' heads, and I'm very good at reading other pro players' gameplays and things like that to explain to you guys why they made such decisions. And just visualize. This little bit that I'm going to talk about now is very, very important. Visualization is key. It's like in my head, I spoke about earlier in the video, I plan a game map like it's a 3D model, and then I'm in the center of what's happening. And then I think to myself, what is the best course of action to take out all of these players around me? What weapons do they have? What positions are they in? Can I hit this shot? Can I not hit this shot? What's the percentage chance of me being able to take this fight? All of these things factor into one fight. If you can do that, and you start doing that at very, very fast speeds, you will see the improvement of your game increase by so much, chat. So much. This is why I stress it so much. Just really think with your head. You don't really need to play with the best aim or the best movement. Sometimes you'll see me even call things out before they even happen in 4 or 5 steps ahead. It's all just probability, educated guessing, and that's exactly how I like to play. Now, as promised, we did hit 5,000 subscribers, so I will be hosting a massive 5,000 gold giveaway on this channel in the upcoming weeks at the start of the new year. So I hope to see you guys up in those live streams ready for that to happen. If you do enjoy my tips and tricks and guides, I have hundreds of more tips I can give you. I realised whilst I was writing the script for this video, which did take me hours, that there just isn't enough time to articulate it all in one video. So leave me a like, a sub, drop a comment, and let me know if you want some more of the advanced tips to get better at any game, and Bloodstrike, of course. Much love, you absolute kings and queens. Stay safe, stay blessed, and see.